Now, next on Floyd's list was Philip Ndu. Philip Ndu was 31-1, and he actually was the number one WBC ranked contender for Floyd's title at lightweight. And the reason why I say that, he wasn't top 10 at lightweight considered in the world, but he was the number one contender for the WBC. He actually was ranked fourth at that time at super featherweight, but he couldn't make the weight anymore, and he was having trouble making fights with the guys above him, and he wanted to move up in weight to lightweight. And he was up and coming. He was a rising star at that time, and WBC ranked him number one for Floyd's title. And you can kind of look at the top 10 at the lightweight division at that time and see why. Floyd had already beaten Corrales, who was number one ranked behind Floyd, who was number two ranked on the lightweight list. And then Castillo, he beaten him twice. Okay, Stevie Johnson had lost. Juan Lascano didn't want to fight Floyd. That's fact. So basically, the title shot was given to Ndu, and it was a mandatory. Floyd took the fight. Ndu moved up in weight, wanted the fight at lightweight, and he takes the fight. Philip Ndu was a dangerous knockout artist. He had won 21 of his fights in a row before he fought Floyd. That's why I said he was a rising star. He was on a pretty good winning streak. And so once again, Ndu at that time was a worthy opponent for Floyd. Floyd was finally able to get his first stoppage at lightweight by TKO. And of course, it's because Ndu was just moving up in weight, so he wasn't a legitimate lightweight, but Floyd wasn't really a legitimate lightweight at that time either. You know, he didn't have that many fights under his belt at that weight class. And he stopped Ndu by TKO in the 7th. He fought actually in his hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And at the end, you hear Floyd addressing the fighters not wanting to fight him at 135 to prove what I'm saying. And he says he would fight anybody from 154 pounds and down. Now, the reason why he's saying he wanted to fight anybody from 154 pounds and down is because Floyd really wanted the De La Hoya fight. He wanted to fight De La Hoya for the big money. So he's still looking to fight anybody. And of course, if you look here, why he ends up moving up after this is his last fight at lightweight, because the guys didn't want to fight him and he wanted the bigger fights. And if you look at the list here of the top 10 at the junior welterweight division, the light welterweight division, is Costa Tszyu, Zab Judah, Vivian Harris, Arturo Gatti, Sean Bay Mitchell, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, DeMarcus Corley, Spadafora, who had moved up from the lightweight division, and Jesse James Leija. So the competition was a lot more deeper at junior welterweight. And Floyd said, okay, these guys, I've beaten the top guys at lightweight already in my career, and now the rest of these guys don't want to fight me, so why not move up where the competition is bigger, the stakes are bigger. I'm moving up, and that's what he did. So let's check out this fight, though, against Ndu.
Fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with silver and officially weighing in at 134 1/2 pounds. He has an outstanding professional record, 32 bouts with 31 victories and only 1 defeat. And he has demonstrated his awesome power with his 30 knockouts. From Thohoyandou Venda, South Africa, the former WBU world champion, the WBC #1 ranked challenger in the world, Philip Timebomb Ndu.
In his toughest fight as a winner, against a fellow South African fighter named Cassius Baloy, en route to the only decision win of his career, Ndu, in the last 2 rounds of that fight, threw nearly 300 punches. He can become an offensive whirlwind against a manageable target. Floyd Mayweather is no manageable target.
Mayweather goes right after him. I said he wouldn't go toe-to-toe, but he seemed to want to pick a fight tonight.
Or at least test what Ndu has.
One thing Ndu has is a long jab. You can see there his extension on the jab. He creates a lot of space. stepping in with a good, quick left hook and landing a right hand over the top. Floyd Mayweather, when he chooses to fight offensively, can be a very accurate puncher. It's a good left hook, chopping upstairs with the right hand. Back to the body again with the left. Endo trying to duck and slip. Mayweather making contact with his tremendous accuracy. Big right hands from Mayweather. And a solid left as Endo came forward. Endo doesn't discourage easily.
No, he came a long ways from home to win this thing. He's going to give it everything he's got. See Mayweather stand in the pocket just like the quarterback on the football team. You get in that pocket, nothing bad can happen to you. You just got to be brave to try it. He's got this guy's outside of his left hand.
One of the best examples we've ever seen of this in-the-pocket concept. Oh, look at Floyd Mayweather painting Philip Endo with power shots. And Mayweather promised a 6-round knockout.
Endo was hurt with 3 straight big hand punches.
Yeah, Endo's legs are getting a little wobbly as Floyd keeps pounding him with right hands. This is a stirring performance. Mayweather is unloading his offensive kitchen.
Oh, it's time for the corner to come in now.
Endo not throwing back as Mayweather fires at will.
Well, he told us about that rite of passage of manhood in South Africa, but Endo is going through another rite of passage right here in Grand Rapids.
And down he goes on a Floyd Mayweather right hand shot, and Frank Garza is going to say it was a slip. How in the world was that a slip? Mayweather's going to try to emphasize the point. Oh, what a right hand. How did Endo stand up? You can't land these punches any more flush than Mayweather's landing them. Partially blocked. The second right hand was partially blocked. Endo's getting his gloves up. Here he comes again.
Boy, he's taking a beating.
And to paint you constantly with clean shots, you got to defend yourself to some extent. Boom.
That's what they were worried about. The good part is Endo is a puncher, so he can get back in the fight with one punch. That's it.
I don't think Floyd's worried about his punches anymore.
That's it.
Looked like 3 or 4 straight right hands.
Nick Durant is going to throw in the towel. Nick Durant is showing Endo the towel, and Endo saying, no, don't throw it in. Endo is shaking his head at Durant, saying, no, don't throw the towel in. And now the referee does it for him.
Brother did tonight.
He's so good.
He is that good. I think he should move up in weight and get more challenges like that.
Well, that's what he says. The 140-pound weight class, obviously one of the most explosively talented in all of boxing, and Mayweather has claimed that this would be his last 135-pound fight. In fact, he says what he really wants to do is go up and fight Oscar De La Hoya at 154 pounds.
Look at Michael Buffer, how good he looks.
Well, we're going to see him in a minute. What do you think about Mayweather?
He should go up in weight. I mean, he's not going to...
He's claiming he wants to go fight De La Hoya at 154.
He needs big guys to bring the best out of him. He's like that ever since he's been in the gym as a little kid. The big guys try to run over him. It made him better. It doesn't look good fighting the small guy.
All right. Congratulations, Floyd. That was a terrific performance. Why did you feel you could stand and fight with Endo?
First of all, I'd like to thank God for this victory, because without him, all this wouldn't be possible. I feel that I've never seen him fight before, but I know he's a big power puncher. And just showing versatility, trying to show the fans that I can fight in the inside too, and get the fans to make exciting fights instead of moving every fight.
Why haven't you done this before?
Switching up. I mean, I like to just, get the victory the best way I know how. Today I feel if I let him throw all his power shots, I'm catching him on my shoulder, catching him on my arm, eventually he'll wear down and I can get him in the later rounds.
Do you feel that you can do this especially against a taller opponent?
Well, it don't matter.
Because you've had victories like this against Corrales and Janero Hernandez?
I don't really know, what opponents I can do it on, but he was strong and tough, and I feel that, once I move up to 140 pounds, he'd take over the lightweight division. It's between him and Victoriano Sosa, between those two guys who are the toughest lightweights.
All right, let's take a look at the knockout, and you describe what happened and why you saw that your right hand he was open for your right hand all night long.
Well, I pulled counter. That's a pull counter. That was 1, 2, and I think, and 3. And one more. 3. Probably even 4.
Did you notice quickly early in the fight that he was so open for that right hand, or had you been told by your brain trust that you could expect that?
Well, my Uncle Roger said he watched tapes on him, and before we came out the dressing room, he said, this is the type of jab you're going to be throwing. So you can look forward to using your pull counter, and it will work in the fight. And so that's what I did, and I feel good.
Do you feel differently about coming off of a fight like this than you have from just dominating an opponent with your boxing skill?
Well, yes, it feels good today to do this in front of my fans in Grand Rapids, Michigan. These are my first fans. It feels good tonight. I feel good.
There are some very good challengers out there in the lightweight division still, like Lescano and Casamayor and possibly Freitas, maybe some others. Why wouldn't you want to clean that up before you moved up in weight?
Well, I actually fight these guys in the past. I've been trying to get Lescano, Casamayor, Freitas in the past. These guys didn't want to fight me, so I'm finna move up to bigger and better things. I'm looking forward to fighting Arturo Gatti next. That's a big pay-per-view fight for me, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
I have to tell you, I don't want to bring you any bad news, but Arturo Gatti's manager, Pat Lynch, told me yesterday there would be no Gatti Mayweather fight in 2004.
Well,
so then where do you go? Why would you go up there if you have good challengers at 135?
Well, these guys, they say they want to fight, but then they don't ever want to fight. They've been there for the longest.
Well, that has to do with money. You know that.
Well, I got to get the big piece of the money because I'm to prove myself over and over again, man. Floyd Mayweather is willing to fight any fighter from 154 on down. You bring him and I'll take him. You can mark my word to that.